Hey, well, I always seem to get feedback as soon as I start talking after the intro there. What's happening, folks? My name is Mark Crosby. Welcome to another episode of YBR Wednesdays. I'm obviously here with my good friends and marketing buddies, Adrian Langdale and Alan Kavanagh.
Hello.
As always, this episode is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to just go over the business. We're not going to go over the comp plan. I kind of think, if you want full details on how the comp plan works, you're a little bit confused, you can always go back to last week's episode. I think what I might do actually is put previous episodes on the Team Calls page so people can actually watch the previous episodes, because although we will be doing the same presentations, a repeat of previous presentations, I'm certainly not going to do them week after week after week and do the same thing one after the other. So we're going to try and rotate these presentations. This week, I'm going to do some actual training. All right. I have used PowerLead System since 2014 or 15. I cannot remember which year I began, but it was definitely one of those 2 years. And I have learned the system more or less inside out. I've learned how to build my own funnels. It's funny, actually, because this week I've been thinking about how I'm going to rebuild my own personal YouTube channel, because obviously, if you don't know, I had 2,500 subscribers on a YouTube channel, which was then hacked and stolen. Basically, all the content is now under the control of someone else. Unfortunately, YouTube decided not to do anything whatsoever to help me retain that channel. So I've had to think. I've been thinking. I always try and think the positives and be optimistic about this type of thing. And I've been thinking, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe I can kind of think how I can rebuild a more specifically targeted and more focused YouTube channel, and kind of give all of the information that I kind of wish I had done the first time round, instead of kind of winging it. Because I had this kind of PowerLead System playlist, and it wasn't really the best. It was kind of a little bit how the comp plan works. One of the videos was just a direct rip of what the comp plan video is. But this time, I've been thinking what I might do is actually put a series together on how to create your own sales funnels, like an actual, episodes, like a video series of how to actually build your own shareable sales funnels inside PowerLead System. And, to my knowledge, I've not seen anyone else do that on YouTube. As far as I know, there's not that many people that are actually creating sales funnels in PowerLead System and sharing them with their teams and stuff like that. I know there are some people doing it, but I think the vast majority of them are just more or less small share codes with a couple of pages on them. I don't see many people, building huge funnels with multiple capture pages, sales pages, email campaigns, all pre-written, so you can just put your link, you plug in your link and it's ready to go. So, but anyway, that's a sidetrack. So what I want to do in this particular episode of YBR Wednesdays is kind of go over how you can create your own page, copy your own page from within PowerLead System, and add it to your own funnel, as in create a page and then stick it in the email series, which is what I do. What I've done in previous funnels, previous deal that I was a part of, Can Grow. I'm still in that deal. That's exactly what I did. I built a pretty small sales funnel, more or less just a sales page with a capture page with a few, it was like a 10 message email series. Maybe it's not even that. But what I was doing personally was I was copying the sales page over and over again every time I would do my own personal video with me in the little corner, do like a screen share video. There's free tools to do those types of videos. And I was adding it into the funnel because it's my belief that those types of videos convert the best. If you do a video and you're basically just showing your own progress and results, however big or small, it doesn't make a difference. As long as people can watch a video from you, and then a couple of days later, they can see that you've progressed a little bit. A couple of days later, you put out another video to see you are progressing. They are then on the same journey as you. So you don't necessarily need big results. You just have to show that you are committed. You are committed to what you are doing. You believe in what you are saying. And the only way to do that is to be consistent. So in Can Grow, I ended up building a team of over 600 people, which is a pretty big team for me, considering the you know, the type of deal that it was and how other people were doing things like that. And all I was doing was sending traffic. I was, you know, I was stuffing people into the funnel, and I was showing these people that I was active in the deal, and I was constantly, you know, promoting it, and you know, I was focused on it because I was showing people my progress and results. So that's kind of what I want to kind of go through today, how to do these things. Not necessarily the recording of the video aspect of it. I mean, I'll probably pass over to one of the other lads on the panel here to go over the tools you can use to actually make your videos and stuff like that. I just want to focus on the Power Lead side of things. So what I will do is
just while you're pulling that up, Mark. You know, some people when they start, they're a bit nervous to like share their own results because they think they're too small. You can always share someone else's story. Like I remember when I first started, I could have used you as an example. Like, this is what my friend Mark has done in 30 days, and I'm following this plan. You know, it's similar to what Rob Fraser does. Like he did that in the very beginning. He told someone else's story until he had his own.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point, Alan. And I remember when I went through the Ray Higdon phase when I was putting together the Easy One Up funnel. That he made a huge point of that as well. In fact, Ray Higdon says he believes it's actually more effective sometimes to use other people's results and story than your own. It actually, you know, when you are going to the I'm hearing audio. Is that coming from me?
Should be from you.
Hearing audio. It's with that. I actually went on YouTube and I was playing this stream so I could hear this 10 seconds behind. Sorry, that's my bad.
I've got it on the laptop.
You what? Sorry.
I've got the stream and all that on the laptop, so I can do comments and all that.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to share my screen then.
Yeah, just on that, guys, as well. Obviously, with Mining City, even if you're just sharing your rewards, like your daily rewards, you know, you don't have to be sharing everybody else's story or the progress on like the Power Lead system and everything. You can just do, this is my mining. This, I got paid again today. I got paid again today.
Yeah. Another thing is as well, actually, is I forget the name of it. What's it called again? It's future something. It's basically when you set an example, what works fantastic in a presentation. And to be honest, this was often my go-to technique when I was putting sales videos together for sales funnels. It's like a forecast. You know, it's kind of what you do with your spreadsheets, Adrian, but in a presentational format. You know what I mean? Like if you buy this plan, you know, X amount of days passes this, how much of Bitcoin Vault you will have. Let's say Bitcoin Vault reaches $1,500 a coin in 12 months time. This is how much you will have. Just basically setting the scene, you know, so people can kind of have at least a rough idea as to what they can expect going forward. And, you know, if you don't have your own personal results, you know, that's another thing you can do as well. Either share someone else's story or results, or just do a forecast. Forget the name of it, future something. I know Robert Hollis is big on that as well.
Don't know, but if you're going to do that, make sure you put disclaimers all over it. Like, you know, voice it and write it down somewhere that it's not, you know, you're not promising these returns. It's just a prediction.
Yep, 100%. Yes. So I'm just wondering how to begin this. I suppose what I will begin with, and obviously I'm winging it here, guys, if you haven't already noticed. So when you are in Power Lead system, what you would do is you would hover over websites and you go to my web pages, right? This is more or less where I live. This 90% of what I do in Power Lead system is right here in this little section here. So obviously this is you know, this is my back office. These are all the pages that I've created and copied. You know, one of the biggest time-saving shortcuts you can, you know, you can be told in terms of Power Lead system is once you have a page which you know works and you know it has more or less everything you need, whether you want to customize it or not. Like for example, I basically use more or less the same sales page for all of my funnels. I just change the background, I'll change the video border color, I'll change the video, and I'll change the text. It's more, keep that template and just keep on copying from the same template. And it's, I know everyone's a little bit different. Not everyone's as technically minded as I am, but for me, once I've done something 2 or 3 times, it just kind of sticks in my mind. It's like, right, now I feel like I know how to do that. And by the way, these very simple things that I'm doing inside, well, I say it's simple, the very, there's not much to it. It's like one thing, it's like, it's finding a file name. I'm going to go through it with you in just a sec, but there's not really much to it. All of these things are in the Facebook group units section. In the Power Lead System section, I have tutorials on how to change the video on any page, how to change the background on any page, how to change video border, all of these things that are all in the Facebook group video section. So what I would begin with, this is assuming you have already recorded your video and uploaded it to YouTube. So I have YouTube open here. I'll just pick a random video, I guess, and then I'll drop it into a page and I'll show you how it works. What I would do is I would copy the sales page. So it looks a little bit different on yours. Obviously, I'm the one hosting the share code. On yours, it's going to be in the shared section, which is a little bit further down. But it's the same thing. You just click copy. Then from this page, obviously this top box, this is how it's going to look in your Power Lead System back office. What I usually do is I always put the word my in front of whatever the funnel name is. So for maybe my MCF rather, and then I'll put something like depends on what my video is about. Let's say I've done a video on just progress and results. I'll just call it progress. What I will also do at this point is create a subdomain as well, so it's nice and tidy when it goes out to my email. So it's going to be progress.yourdomain.com. Don't need any of this here. All of this information is in relation to if you had a capture page with an opt-in form. Obviously, we have copied a sales page, which does not have a capture page. So I can just click Save Changes. Just going to take a drink. Now, I've never ever used this page here. Never once. All right. I changed the background in this section here. So for all you watching that are relatively new to Power Lead System, this where it says edit text here is very important. This is like what I call the page builder. Now, it's probably important to point out at this stage that Power Lead System last year launched their own drag and drop page builder. Excuse me. What I'm going to show you is the old school way. So this is going to seem archaic and old and things like that. All right, but it's just how I do it, and I am yet to really dive into the drag and drop page builder. Okay, this is how I do it. I'm sorry, this menu keeps popping up at the top. But these are how I build my funnels. Once I have a template, I'll just keep using the same page over and over again. So it's not like I'm creating these pages from scratch every single time. So what I would do, if I'm just going to put this out to my email list, see, it's got all this information down here at the bottom. What I might do is get it from here, and I'm just going to drag all the way up to the top, come down a little bit. Obviously, keep these buttons here because we need all these buttons because they lead to our personal links. And I'm just going to delete that. So it's more or less, I suppose I can delete that as well. Probably delete that. It's more or less just a page with a header, a video, and some buttons underneath. Now, again, this is assuming you've already done your video. So this is how I do it. This is how simple. What I'm going to do is basically change the video, which would be displayed here. Now, again, I have videos on how to do this. In fact, within Power Lead System itself, there is a tutorial on how to do this. But very quickly, just this Joe Rogan podcast here. What I would do is copy the link, just right click, copy the link, and I'll just paste it into this box here. The only reason I'm doing that is because I need this. I think it's an 11-digit code. That's all I need. That code. That's like an ID number for that particular video. It's after the equals sign. So always watch $V equals. Always after the equals sign. And sometimes you might right click on a playlist, and even after this piece of code here, it'll have another string of, you know, letters and numbers after it. But it's always just the 11-digit ID, which represents that individual video that you want. So I'm just going to right click that, copy that. I'm going to go back to PowerLead System and click on source. Now it looks very confusing. I remember, I've definitely had many sessions banging my head against a wall, just kind of thinking, what the hell is going on here? Why is this page not being displayed? And slowly but surely, I'm getting a little bit better at it. But it's I try and avoid spending hours and hours staring at code, because it can really exhaust you. But all you need to do, this particular simple thing, keyboard and search YouTube. You might get a few different, for some bizarre reason on this page, there's 10 results. I'm not too sure why. But what you are looking for, if you just scroll down to the next one, it's usually one of the first ones. In this particular case, it's the second one. You are looking for this here. See where it says youtube.com/embed? Look for the word embed. And then after the /, you have an 11-digit code. I'm wondering, is that question mark part of the code? No, it won't be. So if there's a question mark there, leave the question mark in, because that's not part of the code. Then I'm just going to right click and paste over the top of it. Click source. And that's pretty much this page done in terms of swapping out the video. So this page, because if you remember, we set this page on a subdomain. As soon as I press view, it will bring us the subdomain URL and not that random, you get like your domain / then loads of code. Sometimes you get that on PowerLead System. But because we've just literally set a subdomain, it will bring us the subdomain as soon as I press this. Progress.minelikeaboss.com. Just going to copy that. Then now we have created a page, which is a copy of the sales page, but without all the information below, just with the videos. In fact, you could probably remove all these purple buttons as well. So it's just literally the two red buttons at the top, the two important buttons, You wouldn't necessarily need all of these buttons on an individual sales page you are putting out to your email list. I certainly wouldn't. I would just try and keep it as simple as possible and just try and give them the most obvious path how to get signed up with Mining City and how to get their mining plan. All of these buttons, they can see those later when they get the next email to the normal sales page. That's another thing when you do these videos, guys. It means you're not just battering them over the head with the same sales page over and over again. You're actually giving them some different angles of the business, just different information and personality. If you're doing these videos, because this is what I'm going to do over the next couple of days. I'm definitely going to be doing my own personal progress and results videos, putting them on sales pages and putting them out to my email list. So what I'm going to do, and I suppose I can get into it now. So, let's just say we have this page ready. Now, just for this particular stream, guys, I am going to just focus on Aweber. The reason being is it's a lot easier to edit and make additions to your email sequence in Aweber than it is in PowerLead System. In PowerLead System, it can be done, but unfortunately, the way the share codes work, it means you would basically have to copy the entire funnel, because the funnel, the email series I wrote is part of the share code that I've given you. It's not customizable. You can't make your own edits to it, but you can copy it. So what you would do in Powerlead system is you would hover over email and text, go to view and edit campaigns. Then this drop down box here, you would find Mining City. Mining City, there it is, 15 messages. And what you would do is make an editable copy of one of these campaigns. But what you're going to then have to do after you've done that is basically copy the capture page. Once you've copied the capture page, point the capture page to this email campaign here. That's a separate video. That really is a separate video. It's basically copying the entire funnel just so you can make your own edits to the email campaign. And if you're going to go to that much effort to, edit your own emails, it's going to be a lot easier just to sign up to Aweber and do it that way. Not to mention all of the additional, tracking numbers and all the, it's just a better way to manage your email list. You've got more ownership of your list. The way that I teach it with the opt-in forms, you can accurately track opt-in conversions, click-through rates, open rates, and it's just easier, as I say, to edit your own emails and add additional ones. So anyway, all you need to do is hover over messages in Aweber. You would click on campaigns, and you see this page here. Then what I would do is, well, I suppose we have to write the email first, don't we? Again, guys, I am winging this. So what I'm going to do then, right? I'm going to write the email. So I'm going to come over here to messages, and I'm going to copy one of these emails to drafts. Copy to drafts. Is that done? Right, there we go. So click on drafts there. So it's this email here. So I'm going to click here. All right. So this is just going to be purely for example purposes, guys. I'm just going to delete all of this text. So as you can see, this is my own personal email that goes out when my leads initially opt in. What I like to do is send 2 emails, because that's when you've got the most focus. You have the most attention when they first opt in. That's when you get the highest open rates. So what I like to do is, instead of bundling everything into one email, I like to divide the 2. So one email goes out about the company and what the opportunity is, and then another email which goes immediately out. It's like 2 emails at the same time, just introducing myself, who I am, what my background is, what the story is, why I think people should join this opportunity. So it's I put a lot of time into this email. I've just deleted a big section of it there. So, it's got information on, Bitcoin Vault and its journey to the moon so far, how much Bitcoin Vault I had mined when I actually wrote this email, and just keep it real. You know what I mean? Just be yourself. That's all you got to do. Just be yourself. And one thing I tend to do as well, I'll be honest, is I tend to focus on the negatives, because it's been a rough journey. And I know there's a lot of people watching this video now, this stream now, that, they've had the same sort of rough journey. So I try not to be too depressive and stuff like this, and try, you know what I mean? It's too easy for me to say, I've been through this, this, and this, and this. And I'm kind of thinking, I'll read it back sometimes. I'm thinking, bloody hell, this is pretty depressing. This, I might want to try and lighten up the mood a little bit. So that's one thing that's generally in my mind when I'm writing emails at the minute is, try and focus on how far you've come, the fact that you're still here, still able to inspire others, and, show others the way that there's a way. Things are going to be tough sometimes, but, it's all going to be worth it in the end with deals like Mining City. Has someone unmuted the mic? Are they wanting to say something, or am I just hearing things?
I was just saying, it's your first impression. Like you're saying, you're trying to introduce yourself.
Exactly, mate. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just going to delete all this stuff, because this is just for example purposes. But what I am going to do in this video is I'm going to create a thumbnail as well, just to show people create thumbnails. And I thought I had paid.net open there, but it isn't. You know, I used to be, it's so annoying. It really is. I'll be honest, it's so annoying because I used to be able to say I've got these tutorials on paint.net on how to show this type of stuff. And I'm pretty sure that channel got hacked and stolen as well. And it's no longer, you know, those two videos had about 160,000 views between the two of them. And, you know, I'll try not to swear, but someone stole that, like both the channels as well. And one of them was completely filled with nothing but value, had really nothing to do with making money online. The other one, it was all total value, how to use software, you know, how to blog and stuff like this, and just stolen, man. Just what is the world coming to, man? Right. So
I think the thing is, Mark, there's plenty of tools out there for like making. I mean, I use all sorts from Snagit. You can get free tools. Every Windows system's got a snipping tool in it just for basic screen grabs. And I use them for thumbnails for videos for YouTube. Obviously, I use Photoshop as well. But there's a lot of tools out there. A lot of people I know use apps on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do that and then just share it to your Dropbox.
Canva's probably
There's
one
loads of stuff.
Or Canva.
Yeah, actually, Canva's one that I haven't used much.
You don't have to worry about sizes or anything with Canva. Everything's pre-built. You just, if you want to do a social media post, it's got the right dimensions. You do a thumbnail, right dimensions.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely tons of tools. Yeah, this is just one of them. Obviously, this is just one of them. This is probably more complex for most people, but all I would do just very quickly, I'll just quickly blast through it. First thing I'll do on Paint, and this is a free tool, by the way. You just go to getpaint.net and you can download this for free. It's like a free, cheapy version of Photoshop, something that I've just learned how to use over the years. 1280 by 720. Not happening. Is you know, it's the standard what's the word, dimensions of a YouTube thumbnail, so you don't have any kind of black lines or white lines at the sides. All I would really do usually is just something like this. Then I can kind of, I'll just stick anything in. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go back here, see if it lets me copy this image. Copy image from there. Stick it on a new layer. Keep the size. Bit big. This is just purely for example. So what I'll then do, and this I remember what's he called? I created ClickFunnels, Russell, what's his name?
Brunson, isn't it?
Brunson. Russell Brunson, isn't it?
Brunson,
yeah. He definitely I watched a video of his one time, and he had ran split tests and concluded that if you have a play button in your thumbnail in your emails, it increases click-through rates by 5%, by like a minimum of 5%, he was saying. So what I will like to do, and I always do this on pretty much all of my emails which have a new video I want to show people, is I think it's white play button, I think is what I usually use. And then I'll click on images. And there's normally one I use all the time. I think it might be this one. No, that doesn't. It's got to look transparent. So you've got the checkered background. I think, is it this? It might be this. Copy that. Make sure it's on a new layer. Paste. No, I knew it was not going to. Someone's uploaded as a JPEG, so even though it looks transparent, it's not. It's a JPEG.
You can filter at the top, Mark, on PNG usually.
I'll just make transparent there.
Or transparent, yeah.
I think it's one of these. I'm sure it's. That doesn't look real either. That looks like a JPEG as well. I would struggle to find the play button that right. I'll just use there. This looks legit. Why is it doing that? None of them. what I might be able to do then is just delete around the sides of it. I didn't want to get too technical, but I'm not really going to have much of a choice. So I'll just align that into the center like that. Use the this tool to just remove that and remove that. Make it a little bit. Oh, there we go. All right. Like a red or something. Light it up again. Right, this is like the worst thumbnail ever, but I'll let's put a gradient effect on it. Whatever. Right, whatever. And then what I would do is obviously save the image. And save it to the desktop. Okay, back to Aweber. And then replace the image here. So one other thing, I remember being asked years ago, how do you get the images inside like the text and stuff? And the only way to really do it is to create multiple paragraphs, you know? So this is a paragraph here with like, you might write all of your email like on a Word document first. Then what you'll end up having to do if you want an image in the middle of it is separate the two parts of the article that you've written. The paragraph that you've written, you know, so you've got like, this is a paragraph here, this is a paragraph here, and then there's an image element in the middle of it. So I'll upload this image here.
Just like building blocks.
Yeah, exactly, mate. What was it? Thumbnail. Right, so not the greatest thumbnail I've ever created, but at least it's got a play button. You know, that play button just draws you in. It like your eye is drawn to that play button immediately. So it's not like it's going to play a video as soon as you press that button, but it lures people into seeing what's behind pressing it. So obviously, all we need to do is copy our.
The thing is though, Mark, if you know you're linking it to a page where you're actually putting a video on it anyway, exactly. So they're going to expect a video on the other side of it.
Exactly.
Don't link it to the sales page or anything. Link it to a video.
Yeah, in fact, I'll show you what I often do. What I would often do is, I'll just pause it like that. In fact, I'll play it so I can kind of get rid of all the stuff that's popping up. Right, and what I've just done there is a print screen. And what I would usually do, in fact, I can probably delete myself here. I'll take like a screenshot of part of the video that it's actually going to play, if I can get it to stretch enough. Just something like that, you know? So it actually shows you the video that's actually going to play. That's usually what I would do. I'll take like a little piece of the video, stick it in the background, stick a play button over the top. And that's what I would usually do, something like that. So, you know, let's just say that's what we've done. You've got a bit of information on the video, really. I think what I often do as well is if I really want someone to watch the video that I've just done, I'll not even have a button to get signed up. Now, I know, you know, a lot of people would argue this otherwise, because there is definitely an argument where you always want a button directly to, you know, get signed up or whatever, because there might be some people who are just right on the edge of the fence and they're just waiting for the next email to come through to go. They're not interested in watching the next video. They're just ready to sign up there and then. So there's an argument to be said for that as well. But for me personally, if I'm putting a new video out and I want them to watch the video, I'll not even have like a link to get signed up. I'll just literally have a little piece of information, not even have that there. It's just something like that. I'll probably have more text in, that's for sure. I would probably, you know, a good 200 word email, something like that. So let's call this email new video. Open up, something like that. Save it. I'm going to have to remember to undo everything that I'm doing after this. So once we have that in the draft, so this, once we, you know, well, it was already in the draft. We've just basically edited that email from the draft. So what we then need to do is go back to messages, campaigns. And then it's just a case of clicking on the actual campaign here. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm just going to have to decide basically when I want this email to happen. So I think just for the purposes of this example, I'm going to put it in at the end. So this is how this works. You've got like a wait, which is basically the delay between each emails, like 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, whatever. So I'm stick a wait in here. And then send a message in between the two waits. Right there. So send a message here, wait 1 more day, then the next email goes out. So this one here, you just literally choose message, then it brings it right up here. It's basically all the drafts that we're seeing here. Select. So that's pretty much it. That's how to add it into your funnel. What I like to do if I'm creating a video on a page and I'm putting it out to my email list is I want to send them the video right now as well. So let's see if it's still in the drafts. I think it should still be in the drafts. Save that. Let's go to messages, then drafts. No, it's not. It's not there anymore. Typical. So back to campaigns. It's going to let me do it from here. No, it isn't. So I need to go back in to the actual campaign by clicking on the name of the campaign. Find the email. There it is. Can't even remember how to do it from here. So I suppose you'd have to do it the other way around then, wouldn't you? Once it's in the drafts, the step we were at before I made the changes. Let's have a look at drafts. So basically, once you've got the email, before you stick it in the campaign, what you probably want to do is make a copy of the email, you know, just copy the drafts, and then it's going to just create a carbon copy right here in this list. And then from then, one of them, put it into the campaign like we've just been through, and the other, just send it out right now. It's just a case of pressing schedule, and then put it out to your list immediately. So yes, there's probably some of these people are going to receive that email twice. It doesn't bother me usually, because the people who are interested in joining your business, they were going to join anyway. The people who are not interested in joining your business, they were not going to join anyway. So I think, especially if it's your personal video with your personal content, I think, you know, people are a little bit lenient with that sort of thing. If you're just sending the exact same email of a corporate sales video or a funnel sales video, that doesn't go down as well. But if it's you personally speaking to the camera, trying to, you know, introduce people who you are, and, you know, your side, your story and what have you, I think it has so much value. That's what people want to see. People are pleasantly surprised, I think, when you send them a video, they open the video and it's actually just you sitting in your kitchen talking to the camera, explaining it. It's realer. You know, that's what people want. They want to see normal people running online businesses, not corporate sales videos all the time. So that's why this converts really well. That's how I built, you know, a team of 600 in Can & Grow, because this is all I was doing. I was sending traffic, but I must have done about 10 to 15 videos, and by the end of it all, they were all in my email sequence. I had like a 25 message email sequence in the end, and it started from about, I think it was 8 or 9 emails in the initial email sequence. But this is what I believe works. Just being consistent in a list for the sake of building one, actually using the email list that you've built. Put it to work. Put the content out. Give people the content. There's no point having an email list if you're not putting any personal information out to that email list. I mean, it's all well and good having an email series, but you really do need to, put a little bit more personality and give them a little bit more personal content, in my opinion. It does wonders for your conversions. It really does.
Yeah. Aaron, any little tip you've learned, you can make a video and put it out to your list. Then they know you're helpful. They're there to support you, and that helps a lot.
I agree. I totally agree. I just want to get people over the coming weeks as well more more aware, I guess, as to the tools that these people have at their fingertips using PowerLead system, because I didn't even touch on the drag and drop page builder there, just purely because I haven't used it. But the drag and drop page builder in of itself is worth like the $30 a month alone. Obviously, it's $23.95 for being an affiliate as well. But ClickFunnels is, what's that, like $100 a month or something like that? It's just for what you get with PowerLead system. It's just the answer to not having to build website after website after website. It's not only your own personal website builder, it's your own personal source of share codes and funnels that other people can create and give to you. I know some people, struggle with the old school way of doing things, and like what I've just shown there, how to change the background, the video and stuff. But it doesn't take too long to get your head around some of these simple little things. It really doesn't. But that's what I wanted to say this week, guys. Just a little bit of training on that. I guess over the next few weeks, I'll think of other things that I could do technical training over as well. Probably some Aweber stuff, some of the stuff me and you talked about, Adrian, and actually creating your own web forms and sticking them onto the page. So that's definitely in the pipeline. I guess we can do that on a future call.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I used to use PowerLead system 4 or 5 years ago, and I've had it now for about 4 weeks or something like that. So I've just been relearning it, and to be honest, it doesn't take that long once you've copied the series. What you showed with the emails, I actually did all that before I joined with Aweber. So I already copied all your email series. I put a picture of myself in my emails. It's just that personality has got to go in there. And now I'm doing it slightly different than the way you did it in Aweber. I'm sending out a broadcast first, and then that keeps them in the broadcast list, and then you can add them into the email campaign later. It's rather than sort of like copying it into drafts and whatever, it creates it separately anyway. But there's different ways of doing things, but it might seem like a lot of work to start with, but once you've got a template for the size of your video thumbnail, or a template for, like Mark's just had that picture of himself, it's all cut out, obviously it was from the wedding or something. He's taken the time to make it all transparent, and he can copy and paste it into anything. I do exactly the same. What you see on my profile, my Facebook profile, that image, and also on the banner that you created for this, Mark, I assume it was you, it might have been Alan, I don't know. But, we've all got a picture of ourselves that's transparent that you can just paint onto something else, and there you've got your face, and people get used to seeing that face, and then when they click on your video, it's the same face. They're getting to know and work with you, and I think what you said there, Mark, about when people are ready to join you, they've kind of made that decision in the last email maybe, but everyone's so busy that they forget to go back. They got distracted by the baby, or the oven's burning or whatever. And they don't come back and go, I was going to join that opportunity. But what they do see is the next email comes in and goes, oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do yesterday.
Yeah, it's
the follow-up. It's to keep knocking on the door, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So I think the last thing I would like to move on to then is just to try and summarize it. Why would you want to do all this? Why would you want to use a funnel to share Mining City and stuff? And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the journey of Bitcoin Vault and stuff, especially this week, because for me it was. I think I even messaged you as well, Adrian, say, "Oh, here we go. This could be it. We could be on the elevator down to the ground floor here." Because just with me, especially with trading and stuff, and the deals that we've been through and stuff, I'm just so used to watching my money go from like here to like here so quickly. It was almost normal. It was like when I saw like the resistance kicking in, I was kind of thinking, this feeling is familiar. Watching all my money just go down the pan, but it was just a testament to how resistant and how resilient and strong and stable this coin really is, because it lost like 9% and then it's just right on its way back up again.
I think the thing is, Mike, you've got to remember that, like, within 4 weeks, it's gone up $200. To drop $50, I know it was quick. It was like a 4 or 5 hour drop or whatever. But I personally think it was just people taking a little bit out to put it into Bitcoin because they saw Bitcoin going, starting to take off. But it's just and obviously that's obviously a plan for the long term, is to transfer it into Bitcoin, and when that goes off. But yeah, I wasn't really panicking, especially when I kept refreshing for a couple of days, and it's it went down to $444. I think was about the ceiling point. Maybe dipped down a little bit further.
Yeah, I think it was 420. I definitely looked at it and it was like 425.
Yeah, but that was just a wick. That was just a quick wick. It was within 1 minute, and it did it twice. And Bitcoin also did the same thing, and a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. I don't know. For me, I think it was just a lot of people just went right, sell, and the market couldn't handle the transaction, so it just dropped down and then recovered as everything's stabled out. But yeah, I mean, it's now sitting at, what was it, 470 something again?
Yeah, we're getting up there, nearly at $500.
Well, it touched it, didn't it? It was 498. Now it's 47595 as we speak. So,
I would imagine the $500 level is a psychological level. I think when it hits that, you'll see another decent dip before it recovers and continues past it.
Well, I've just seen a chart in one of the Facebook groups that we're all in, and it's basically put the Bitcoin. It's something like the 25-week average has just crossed the 50-week average. In terms of a moving average point of view, if we're talking about trading, and that's obviously a good sign. Once you see those sort of long-term moving averages cross, it's going reversing from a downtrend or a sideways trend into an uptrend. And if Bitcoin rises, everything else rises. So it's good for Bitcoin Vault even.
Okay. I'm getting feedback from someone. It's all good. Well, that's what I wanted to go through this week. Just a little bit of technical training, as well as a little bit of talk on the coin we are mining. For those that don't know, there's 6 mining plans you can purchase from within Mining City and start mining this coin, Bitcoin Vault, which has gone from like $25 all the way up to close to, as Adrian just said, $470 odd in the last couple of months. If you don't know how mining works, you are paid a certain piece of the actual cryptocurrency coin. So regardless of what the US dollar value is, based on all sorts of different factors that I won't get into, you're going to be paid a specific amount of coin that day. So you purchase a mining plan, it runs for 1,100 days. And who knows where we're going to be in a couple of years by now. For all we know, Bitcoin Vault could hit $2,000 a coin, and you are getting a piece of this coin into your Mining City dashboard every single day. This is why myself, Alan, and Adrian are all very excited about mining this coin and also building a team in Mining City, which is why we use a funnel and why we do these trainings to help people to get the most out of their Mining City business as well. But if you had this video shared with you, get back to the person who shared this page or video with you. If you do have trouble signing up, it will be based on your location. Adrian, you can help me with this because I have a video in the funnel which shows one way of doing it, but there is an easier way, and it's another browser, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, you download Opera browser. You can go and find the video on. It's on the Yellow Brick Road page, I believe, and it's also on my YouTube. But basically, you download Opera. It's a free browser. It's very quick, actually. I've used it before. And you go to Settings, Advanced, and then you just turn on. It's got its own VPN, which is a virtual private network, which basically hides your IP. I'm in Spain. I have to use it. I know the Americans have to use it. It's a bit misleading because you go onto the Mining City page and it opens, but when you actually go to log in or sign up, then you get this service is unavailable in your country. Do you want me to actually just share where that is in Opera?
You can do, yeah.
Okay. Let me just.
I just wanted to bring this up just because I know there might be people coming through the email series and getting these emails, and they've just had one quick look at the thing and it hasn't worked for them. So I just want to figure out a way to maybe put this information at the forefront of the funnel somehow.
It should be a black screen.
Yes. Probably snippet these out and make little mini clips that you can use. Yeah,
I think we should. Well, I've been meaning to update the video anyway that pops up.
Yeah, well, you can use that. I think I did do a separate one, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did, mate. Yeah, and I need to edit it and stick the stuff on.
That's cool. So basically, I've already got it activated. You can see here, it's right next to the URL address bar, VPN. Once you've activated it for the first time, it shows up here and you can quickly just click on it and turn it on and off. Now, obviously it's off at the moment. If I go to miningstity.com, right, it loads that front page, like I said. Okay, but if you go and try and log in, service unavailable in your country. And obviously this is also covered inside the funnel, and I also include it in a footnote in all of my, right next to my signature. I include a sentence along the lines of, please note, depending on your location, you may have trouble signing up. If so, please watch this video, right? And then I think I'm linking to my own one. I don't remember now. Okay, so this is the problem. And the solution is you download Opera, you click on these three lines, you go to full browser settings. It's right at the bottom on the right-hand side. Go to advanced on the left, features, and then this will automatically be turned off. This VPN connects to websites via various servers around the world, so your connection speed might be affected. You can bypass it, switch it on. Now, obviously, in my case, I've turned it off here as well, so we'll have to turn it back on. Okay, now if we go back to the unavailable, and it's in blue now, so you know it's on. Now we should be able to access the login page, like so. Simple as that.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah, so quick. You know, I think it's quicker than that extension, and also it doesn't mean people, you know, because some people aren't using Chrome, some people are using Firefox or Microsoft Edge, is it called now? I keep changing the name. But who came up with that? I don't know. Oh, right. Business is falling off a cliff. We'll call it Microsoft Edge.
All right.
I did have my presentation like open, but I don't really want to go through it all again on this call because I've been through it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But basically, I'm using it. I'm actually following the same strategy. If you don't know about it, go and watch one of the calls from last week or the week before. The springboard strategy you're looking for. I'm getting sign-ups now in Mining City. Some are active, some are inactive. That's just now a case I follow them up with a welcome email. This is something else as well. So when somebody, because obviously I get notification to say somebody's signed in from Aweber, but if you get every day or every couple of days, I go into my Mining City back office and I'll see if anybody's joined my citizens list. And if they have and they're not active, or even if they're active, I'll just message them. I've got a template, and this is not from Aweber or anything like that. I just do it from my email client. I use Thunderbird, but most people use Outlook or something similar to that. And I've just got a template saying, hi, welcome. I've noticed you've become active, or I noticed you're not active yet. This is what you need to do. You know, or congratulations, you've done this. If you need any help, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you join this group, you know, the Aries group and whatever. Eventually it'll be to my own group as well. But, you know, it's just like a more of a welcome. Don't think you're on your own, because a lot of people think working from home means working on your own, which is obviously why we do these things together, because, you know, throughout the week, I'll reach out to Mark for something, or Mark will reach out to me for something, and we're just helping each other out with the skills that we've got. I've got certain skills that Mark wants to, you know, pick my brains out, and Mark's got certain skills, and Alan's got certain skills. You know, and it's a lot of, and I think a lot of that came from, not to mention the company that we're temporarily involved in, but that company actually did a really good community feel, and I think, you know, this is helping with this, at least from my perspective, to be able to say, do you know what? Because actually this week, what Mark's shown you, I'm actually doing all the Aweber stuff, all the funnel page stuff. I'm actually building my own, they call it a bridge page. So it'll, when people enter their email address, it'll actually come to my video first. So I'm just building my first video. So I've copied that sales page. I've taken all the stuff out. I've just got a video and a continue button. And then I've just got to record the video now. So all of what Mark's shown you, we're all doing anyway. Okay, so it's not sort of like we're showing it to you for no reason. This is how I'm personally getting sign up. I even had a Power Lead System sign up this week for a gold as well. So you know,
it's working for you, then, mate. Sounds like you're.
Well, it's only the second week of sending traffic, and I'm only sending, you know, small amounts at the moment. But I am just using the plan. So, you know, as my Bitcoin mining rewards come, transfer it across to an exchange, and then I've already paid for Power Lead System, obviously, for this month, and then it's just trickling the traffic until it's at a point where I can then increase the traffic. You know, literally, it's that rinse and repeat wheel that I've been harping on about for the last 3 or 4 weeks. But that's a little update. Anyway, you know, it's small, but it's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to say, for anyone who is interested in creating their own bridge page as well, where obviously when your lead opts into the capture page, they're then taken to the bridge page, which is your personal video, as Adrian's just explained, and then from there the button goes to the sales page. So then they can watch the funnel sales page. I do have a video in the Facebook units section, but I think it might be under the Easy One Up section. Now, I do have a video on how to create a bridge page for the Easy One Up funnel. Now, it more or less everything will apply to this same funnel as well. The same copying of the capture page to then link it to the next page and stuff. So if you really want to get that done, I would recommend you watch that video and just apply everything you've learned from that particular video onto the Mine Like a Boss funnel. Because it's very effective. Just having your own personal touch, your own videos and stuff in your own funnel, whether it's a bridge page or a follow-up series or whatever, the more personal content you have in your funnel, the better it's going to convert, because people join people, and that's the top and bottom of it. That's all I wanted to say.
It's under the Power Lead System units, mate.
Say again? Oh, it's Power Lead System section. Right, cool. Yeah. Right, spot on. Any final words from you, Alan?
Oh, just get off the fence. Let's get going.
Well said. All right, cool. Well, we've hit on exactly an hour in 3, 2, 1 hour. So We've timed it well this week. Again, get back to the person who shared this page or video with you, and we'll see you next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. for next week's episode of YBR Wednesdays, and we'll do some more training. See you then, folks. Take care. Peace.
Have a good week. Bye.
Bye for now.